What's up, everybody? It's Joe from Empire Music, empiremusic.com in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We are one of 5 Martin Online preferred partners and one of 20 worldwide Martin Custom Shop expert dealers. We bring you the greatest Martin guitars first. And I'm excited today. It's the spring of 2025 at launch here of the new Junior Series on the heels of the Standard Series refresh. We've known that the Junior Series was going to get a revamp for a little while now, and we've been working through the guitars with Martin for a good bit, and we're really excited to get to launch day here because they've done an amazing job of giving you what you want as guitar buyers. And what is that? The classic Martin feel, the classic Martin tone, classic Martin aesthetic when we buy a Martin guitar. The Junior Series has always been fine. This is a total elevation of the series: construction, materials, and feel. And those are all the things that kind of lead us to that classic design. This guitar, the O Junior E Sapele, can be found right at empiremusic.com along with the entire selection of new Junior Series. Check out empiremusic.com, see all the guitars in stock. Those guitars, all those listings will have 5-digit codes in the title. That represents the last 5 numbers of the serial number. We're never using a stock photo. You always know the exact guitar you're going to get, which is really important on an instrument like this. It's very beautiful, and each one has their own aesthetic. When you find the one you love, know that we're always going to do a full pro setup and dial it into factory spec, giving you the best playing experience for that guitar possible. And realize we don't stock tons of major brands. We stock the brands we love and really believe in. We stock them crazy deep. So not only do you get a great guitar, but you get the best guitar for you. Find the right guitar. We help you do that. Get you an amazing Martin guitar. So the O Junior E Sapele. What can you tell me about it? Well, here's what I can tell you about it. And we got an all solid wood design here. Sapele, top, back, and sides. Absolutely beautiful. In the O body shape, we have scalloped bracing. And we have a 24.9-inch scale. And this is a big part of the story, is this 24.9-inch scale. The feel of these guitars in this category, typically, these, I'll call them travel guitars, but fractional, they're smaller than standard, is that the scale length ends up always being in the 23s, kind of short and really, obviously, simple to play because the guitars are, the scale's so small, but they don't really feel like a real guitar in a lot of ways. This has the same feel as a O 28. It's amazing. As you move up and down the neck, you wouldn't know what guitar you're playing in terms of the scale length. You don't feel like you're playing a mandolin or a ukulele up here. You don't feel all boxed in, and it feels very comfortable down here. You still have amazing playability. Martin's really nailed the action on these, and we dial them in to give you the best, feel, of course. But that feel experience is so important because as we go from our favorite guitars in our collection, our Standard Series Martins, if we have a Gibson J45, we have a Taylor, whatever, those guitars all come in some sort of 24-inch scale. So it would be 24 3/4 or 24/9. And then we come to this, and we have the same experience, which is just lights out. Martin took the features that they've kind of instilled in the new Standard Series refresh, the little bit thinner fingerboard, the rolled edges, gave them to us. So we're getting those high-end aesthetic features and feel features that get us to a premium guitar. The other great part about this is that every single Junior guitar comes with the E1 Martin electronics. So you have a built-in volume and tone control in here. You have a phase switch that lets you kind of shape your sound, right? You can shape it with your phase switch. And it's got a built-in tuner. So you pop your tuner on, your tuner's facing you up right here in the sound hole, all tucked away nicely. You sound great live. So whether you're playing in your living room or home recording, or you want to do duo gigs, the coffee shop, or play worship, this guitar will stand up to the task. Now, the Junior O's come with 2 different tops, Sitka or Sapele. I've done videos on all the guitars. The Dreadnoughts come in Sitka and Sapele, and the O's come in Sitka and Sapele. They also have basses, which Anthony's done videos on those, so they're all available to see here. The Sapele top guitars are a little rounder, a little smoother, a little bit more lush. If you want a little bit more power, you're going with the Sitka top, right? A little bit more sparkle. There's not a right or wrong there. It's just the subjectivity of our preferences. The O here comes without a cutaway, and they also make it with a Street Master aesthetic, which is kind of like a bursted top with a little bit of wear, in a cutaway, which we stock all these. We're going to stock them really heavy, so you have multiple to choose from. So like a guitar like this, which is obviously so like eye grabby, right? Like you're gonna want to play this guitar. It's just really, really beautiful. Vintage style tuners, structured gig bag included, just a beautiful instrument. Thought really well all the way through. So sonically, we're gonna play the guitar, and you know I like to do dynamic range, and I like to do the mids in my videos. These are important features because I think they're the most objective. You have the ability to tell if a guitar is got no tone when you play it lightly, or if it maxes out the ceiling very easily. That's something that's kind of objective. How the mids sound, are they kind of like gobbled up by the bass, or is the treble so shrill that the mids don't stand out, or is it nice and voiced and heard? Now what you prefer is up to you. You know what I mean? There's not a right or wrong. That's why there's lots of cool choices. But I think those are things that we can all hear. And I talked to lots of customers that like to put up the Spruce one and the Sapele one side by side in different browsers and A/B the two. So this is a good opportunity to think about hearing light guitars and see how they perform in a setting like this. So I'll do the dynamic range in the mids of the guitar. And what you're gonna hear, remembering a triple O body, the headroom is actually really impressive on this instrument. It's not that of a D28, you're not gonna get there. But for 99% of our playing experiences, this will be plenty of output. And it's gonna sound beautiful with light touch. The Sapele just gives you this round, bloomy, beautiful tone. So let's go through that and then play through the mids, and we'll talk about how we think the guitar performs. If you watch any of the other reviews I've done on these style, these new juniors, the Dread juniors and the Triple O juniors, the feel of the guitar when you come up here is so normal. It's awesome. It's just like you really transform your brain, and like you don't realize you're playing a guitar that's this size, which is really amazing. They gave me 3 standout features about this particular guitar with the Sapele. It's very round, right? Very lush. When you play through the mids, compared to the Spruce Top has more note separation, a little bit more bitey through the mids, so you get more definition and clarity, where here you're getting a little bit more body, a little bit more character, a little bit more warmth, but you're also losing a little separation, so you got to kind of decide what you like there. And I think that plays through to the strummings, where strumming, it's this kind of big chorus of warm, velvety tone. It just sounds great because they're like really, really lush. And the headroom's cool. I think this guitar sounds unbelievable light. I mean, it just sounds so beautiful. Not that you can't play it heavy. It sounded great heavy. But when you play it light, it's got the roundness, whereas the Spruce Top is going to have more power, and it sounds better as you amp up. As you play lighter, you're going to notice the roundness and the warmth of the Sapele Top, which is just, I mean, they're all like, you want, having one of each style would be the holy grail, right? We wish we could have them all, but it's just like, you just got to kind of choose through those things. Do we want a warmer, lush guitar with a little bit less separation and power? Do we want a more powerful guitar with a little bit more clarity? You go Spruce. Either way, you're going to get a premium instrument. The new Junior series from Martin Guitars, spring 2025 is launching. We're excited to bring them to you with Martin Guitars. Check out empiremusic.com. See all the content we've done around the new Junior series, the Dreadnoughts and the Triple O's. This is the Triple O Junior E Sapele with a solid Sapele wood, top, back, and sides, so all solid. Scallop bracing, built-in Martin E1 electronics with tuner. Comes with a structured gig bag. Beautiful rounded fingerboard edge, authentic fingerboard thickness. Standard 24.9-inch scale, so very traditional feel for us guitar players out there. So this is it. Check out empiremusic.com. Talk to us on the site through the chat or give us a call. We will get you the right Martin guitar. We will dial it in with our pro setup and we'll professionally package it and get it to you safe. Get the right guitar at Empire. We stock super deep in all the brands we believe in. This is the Triple O Junior E Sapele from Empire Music. Thanks so much for watching.